Ring the bell?
And ring the bell. Yep. That's what we're going to do. Ring the bell. Anyways, I told you guys I'd give you the story on what happened. What happened with the truck order. It's been canceled. Trying to figure out where I can put this light that's going to work better because I don't want too much light in my face. And that, of course, is now in the picture. I got to get that thing permanently mounted. Anyways, I ordered a 2022 Peterbilt. Yep, don't kill me. Don't kill me. I ordered a brand new Peterbilt. The reason behind it is the bigger bed and the more smoother ride. Yes, I've never been in one, never, driven one, but everyone I talked to kept saying, you got it. So I figured, you know what? YOLO, man, let's just do it. I'll get to comments in a little bit. I'm going to get through this story real quick. So I ordered the truck. I ordered it with the lights. I ordered it with the upgraded seats. The pretty much everything you can get for the truck. And 2 months go by and I haven't heard nothing from anybody. So I call leasing and I say, hey, what's going on? Oh, you're on what? What are you doing?
Just making sure.
You just turned my lights off.
Huh?
You just turned my lights off. You're not even plugged in. Oh, yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Why are you playing with this? Why are you playing with my stuff and you're plugged in over there? You just turned my shit off.
What did I tell?
The light. Just stand your side of the truck. I'll stand my side of the truck.
Can I stand
Outside?
over the next truck?
Please. Please.
Yeah.
Okay, now I forgot where I was at here. So I don't know what I was talking about.
Oh, about your ordering the Peterbilt.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Ordered a Peterbilt and got it with all the extras and everything. And so I called them up and they said, yeah, you're on the list to call to let know that the Peterbilt's canceled all orders. I was actually relieved because right after I ordered it, I started having anxiety about the difference in the setup inside the truck. We're so used to the Freightliner and we have everything set up to go into a Freightliner. There's a lot more room in a Freightliner than there is in a Peterbilt. I know some of you Peterbilt guys are going to go, no, there ain't, but yes, there is. Our overheads are bigger everywhere. Our cabinets are bigger. For you to have that 4 inches bigger bed, you lose 4 inches of cabinet space. Plus the smaller refrigerator, just everything was just giving me anxiety. So I was actually happy they canceled it. So I went ahead. By the way, it was going to be a black Peterbilt. Yes, I ordered a black truck. So anyways, I decided, okay, well, I talked to them about what the options there were and everything. And I'm like, no, you know what? I've been driving a Freightliner. I know a Freightliner. I'm going to just go ahead and let's transfer it over to a Freightliner. So we ordered a Freightliner with the air suspension, the front air suspension, disc brakes, everything you can get on it. I didn't get that stupid table back there because for a team truck, that's a waste. And also for a big guy, that's a waste. For anybody who's trucking, that's a waste because who's going to sit around back there all night? You need to drive and you need to sleep. So I didn't get that. I didn't get the leather seats, but I got the upgraded seats. I didn't go leather because, one, you wear the seats out and detail shop does not work on those seats. So you'd have to take them and have them done. Now the cloth seats like I have in here, they'll change the coating on them in 5 minutes. They just boom, boom, done if you rip a seat. So I went ahead and went with the cloth seats, but with the upgraded everything, the ventilated heat, all that nonsense. So needless to say, you can't order a Peterbilt with any extra lights on it like you can. I mean, a Freightliner like you can with the Peterbilt. So I'm trying to get a hold of Freightliner because the detail shop will no longer add lights to a Freightliner because they had some control board malfunctions. So they said if I want to do that, I got to have it done at Freightliner, through Freightliner. And I haven't been getting anywhere with Freightliner about it. They keep telling me to call the Have Detail do it. They do a great job. Sorry, guys. I realize my phone's upside down, which causes an issue when I go to scroll. So that's where I'm at. I ordered a Platinum Pearl Freightliner. I got a VIN number on it. It's supposed to be in March 4th, which we all know it's going to be probably late. Melissa and I are taking off all of February. So we'll be turning we're turning the lease in on this truck on February 5th. And I'll be out in Vegas by February 6th. That's a whole other video. I'll leave it at that. And then we'll be back to work come January. And we're obviously, because my truck's not going to be in, we'll obviously have to release a truck. I think I went over it pretty well. I think I touched on everything. Let's see what we got here for comments here. Wombats, you right, you are first, Mr. Latimer. How you going? BRB Trucks, what's up? Mike's Ultraloft, no, I did, but not anymore. I don't know how to say your name. Mixer. What's up, Craig? Damn, Craig, it's been a long time since I've seen you running around. We've been doing good. Hopefully you've been doing good. Hog Rider, how you doing? How you doing? I ain't no shit stir. What you talking about, man? Kenworth, how you doing? When was it supposed to be delivered? The Peterbilt was supposed to be delivered January 15th. And I ordered it 2 months before you needed to order it. I ordered mine 6 months out, 5 or 6 months out compared to the 3 or 4 months out. I can't remember, but I ordered it well in advance, and still, it's not coming in. It's been canceled. But again, like I said, I'm so glad, because I was just having major anxiety. Here you go, Melissa. Okay, what's up, Wolfman? Yeah, scroll. Yeah, there was the truck, but now hopefully the Freightliner is going to come in sometime. I'm expecting it'll probably be 4, 6, 8 weeks late. That seems like what's going on. You called a lady? What do you mean I called a lady? I called a lady. I'm here, so now you can say I wasn't. What's up, Jeremy? That was a strange thing to say, Jeremy. What the hell are you talking about? The Outloft has an 80-inch sleeper. It's huge inside. Not the one at Prime. The ones at Prime still only have the 72-inch sleeper. At least that's what I was told. At least that's what the paperwork says. Both the Freightliner and Peterbilt both had 72-inch sleepers. If the Peterbilt was an 80-inch sleeper and the Freightliner was a 72, or am I wrong, or is the Freightliner a 78? I can't remember. It's been a while, but they were supposedly the same size bodies. It's just the Peterbilt's narrower, and because the way Peterbilt's roof line goes, the Freightliner, I mean, you got a ton of space above your head here, where you could either put another bed for your third co-driver, or you got all that space. So in a Peterbilt, you lose all that space. You lose the big refrigerator. Your cabinets, my cabinets are, I don't know, 20 inches wide. In the Peterbilt, they're only going to be like 16, 17. I don't know the exact depths, but I know they aren't near as wide. Great choice on Freightliner. Yeah, I mean, I knew you can't go wrong with the Freightliner. It's, I'm just praying to God we have a better ride quality. But it was really killing me, because with the Peterbilt, it's like, God, it's going to cost so much more in the servicing of the truck. And plus the fact that I'm going to be buying the truck, I'm not going to wait the 75,000 miles between oil changes. I want to do them sooner. And so the fact that the Peterbilt is so much more expensive to do is like, oh, this there's just so many reasons that it was bothering me that I did that decision, that it was almost like it canceled. It was almost like it canceled for a reason. But the cabinet space is not huge. Yeah, but the cabinet space is not. Yeah, and the Peterbilt is not. Yeah, it's not in either truck, but yeah, in the Peterbilt, yeah. Oh, Mike Senior. There you go. Because you said I wasn't in your last live when I was. You were not in my last live, man. Just this guy right there. This Jeremy. He goes in my live yesterday after I say, "Oh, I gotta go. They're calling me." And I don't, and then he complains because I didn't see that. I didn't know he was in my live. And so after time, when were you? Oh, after you left, I came in as you were circling, you know. Come on, man. How am I supposed to know you were there when I already left? Anyways. But anyways, that's what's happening with the truck. So am I expecting for it to come in? No, I'm not. I'm expecting to get the runaround like everyone's been getting with the, oh, no, to another week, another month, you know, all that good stuff. How much more is service on a Peterbilt? Well, the oil changes. See, I went over all this. I believe the oil changes were... Jeremy, what do you pay for your oil change? He's right on here. He can type it in. Because I pay $3.19 for an oil change. Did I get your text today? No, I got your text the other day. I replied to it, but I didn't get nothing today or anything. Or I didn't look. I've been sleeping, so that could be why. But for this Freightliner going through our service bay, our express bay, it cost me $3.19, I believe. Okay, and Jeremy, he says it's $3.75. Then you've got what were the differences? You got a little bit. I mean, fuel mileage. Fuel mileage is close. I know Jeremy gets some pretty good fuel mileage. Oh, there was a couple of other things about the Peterbilt that were just more money. I just can't remember now because I sat and compared the two trucks for weeks. I mean, that's all I was doing was comparing the trucks and whatnot. And that's why, if any of you guys wondered a while back when someone was talking about the PACCAR engine junk and blah, blah, I was like, I kind of knew. I was like, well, why do you say that? Because that's because I researched the hell out of them and found, you know, a lot of interesting info on the PACCAR. Like it's 300 pounds lighter than the Cummins and better fuel mileage and cheaper to get, but will last just as long as a smog, we'll call it a smog Cummins, you know, with the after treatment and everything. Hog Rider says, hit the freaking like button. Wait, what's this? Round 450. Oh, that was Jeremy said 370. I mean, Jerry Christensen said 375. Jeremy said 450. Okay, I don't know why you guys have two different prices on oil changes, but I wonder if the 450 is when you just go into a regular shop. Yeah, hit the like button. That always helps, guys. It keeps these videos rolling. 76 Uncle Fester. I like that name. I'm hearing that you can get airbags on the front end of the 23 Freightliner. You can get it on the 22. I ordered mine with front airbags on the steers. So that's why I'm hoping that it's going to have better suspension or a better ride because of that. Also, the other thing I'll be doing on the one I'm purchasing is changing these shocks. I guess when I never actually knew there was a lifespan on a shock on one of these trucks. I figured it would be a maintenance thing, but I've got 520,000 miles on this truck right now, and I've slowly been changing one shock at a time because they keep blowing out. And I bet you if I would have changed them out, but hell, I probably would have changed them 2-3 times by now. Change them out, you know, after a couple 100,000 miles, the truck would probably ride a little better than it does. because this sucker just don't ride for shit. Freightliner has a 72-inch sleeper. Peterbilt Motora company introduced the Ultra Loft, a new 80-inch sleeper. Okay, yeah, so that's probably something that you can get, but it's not what we're getting, because I know the sleepers on the two trucks were the same. Also, if Peterbilt's had the 80-inch sleeper and the Freightliners had 72, you would see our company would be inundated with Peterbilts because everybody would want the bigger sleeper. Now, having said that, I wonder if we would be getting the bigger sleeper trucks because of the extra weight, if Prime would even allow you to order one with the 80-inch sleeper. Because, what are you talking, 8 inches? I wonder how much extra weight that would be. But that would be awesome to get an extra 8 inches back there. Hell, man, that would be so much more room. Why did you cancel your new truck? I didn't cancel it. Peterbilt did. A couple months ago, they canceled all their truck orders because they just can't make it. They just can't get them. So you'll have to rewatch the video to get the details, but it worked out better for me because I would rather have the Freightliner anyways. I don't like change, and I was doing the change, and it really messed with my head, man, for a while. What's up, Capri? I'm doing great, man. I hope you're doing well. Mike says, I have 475,000 and my shocks were shot, replaced all, and it made a huge difference. I bet it did. I bet it did. I've been putting a shock on here because I keep blowing them out. The Ultra Loft sleeper is 80 inches. Hey, Melissa. Never mind. Say I don't have my freaking thing. I hate when I do that. I need to just do these on the laptop because I could look that up. Because no, the Ultra Loft that we're getting at Prime did not say 80 inches. It said it was a 72 inch. Are you kidding me? The Ultra Loft is 80 inch. Jeremy came back and said it's 80 inches. Wow. I don't. So the truck's 8 inches, got an 8-inch bigger sleeper, but yet it's smaller in there. How is that? Where'd they lose that space? What's up, Dan? Yeah, because I mean, I'm telling you right now that the Peterbilt's not. If they're 8 inches longer, why is all their shit so much narrower? Prime isn't going to do business with Peterbilt, going to a new provider. Yeah, that's what they said. They're looking. They said by March or so they should have something figured out. But I'll tell you right now, I don't want a Kenworth. I don't want a Volvo. Definitely don't want a Mack. Those things are nasty. So on and so forth. So I'm good with just keeping the Freightliner. I don't have enough info. I mean, I have a few people who drove like Jeremy drives a Peterbilt, so he had a lot of info for me on it. So I was feeling okay, maybe I'll do that move, but I've got almost 4 years driving a Freightliner, so I know the ins and outs of this truck. Okay, here's a couple of dumb things you guys are going to think that's stupid. I just couldn't fathom on a Peterbilt versus a Freightliner. Number one, you're flipping of your lights to tell people, okay, go ahead and get in front of me. You don't have it on the steering wheel, it's on the blinker, and you don't have a headlight versus tail light. What is up with that? That was number one. Number two, you can't run your windshield wipers while cruise control's on. Now, I know generally you don't, but if you got a little light mist and you want to run that intermittent, I think you should be able to. So that was another thing that was driving me nuts. The new thing, they put the load scale in the new Peterbilt in an odd spot that it's hard to see. That I didn't really care too much about because, how often you use the load scale. But there was a few things, I don't know the differences now because I'm not getting a Peterbilt anymore, that were just making me nuts. Just the Jake brake versus on a Peterbilt versus a Freightliner. The Jake on the Freightliner to me is well superior. There's just a bunch of things like that little things that I don't know why Peterbilt's not doing that Freightliner has that Peterbilt doesn't have. So, it was really messing with me doing that change. Okay, so Timmy says, the only bad thing about a Peterbilt is there's no storage. Well, how's there no storage if the thing's 8 inches longer? That's why the longer wheelbase, well, see, right there, Skull, is no. Because when you see a Peterbilt hooked up to a trailer, you got a lot more space between the trailer and the sleeper. So, yeah, they have a longer wheelbase, which is making that longer. So if they made a longer sleeper and then added the wheelbase to adapt for it, you'd still have that shorter thing. I'm going to have to look into that because I'll be damn freaked out if it's 80 inches because that was one of the things we were looking at is that it was like, well, damn, the dimensions of the truck are the exact same, longer wheelbase, but you got the more space. Like my truck, if you guys ever see my truck, you'll look at it and go, what's weird about David's truck? Well, I have a lot of room between my sleeper and my front of my trailer because I've got those lockouts removed on my fifth wheel. And my fifth wheel, well, I don't really have them removed. I was just kidding. But if I did have them removed, you'd have the longer, whatchamacallit. 2019 Freightliner rides worse than my old garbage truck. Yeah, this thing rides like crap. Rides like crap. Only bad thing about Peterbilt, no storage. We went over that. You still gonna put part 4 up? I put part 4 up. The other day when I said I was going to. Once I got off that live, I put it up. I don't think it's named part 4. It says part 4 in it. Timmy says PACCAR is the way to go. Right on. They lost the space because their cabinet design sucks. The Peterbilt cabinet design sucks. So they added a bigger sleeper and then made it smaller with crappy cabinet designs. Huh, that's interesting. What's wrong with Volvo? I don't care for Volvo, really. I mean, I've never driven one or anything. I don't wear flip-flops, okay? And I don't think I've ever seen someone get out of a Volvo without flip-flops on. Now, that's a running joke because a buddy of mine had a Volvo. Don't get all twisted and bent out of shape. I'm just making a joke. It's true. But I'm just joking. I'm not joking. I'm just joking, man. 50% of all jokes are the truth. But anyways, I just don't care for a Volvo. I don't like the manufacturer. I don't like the design of the truck. I got in one, and I don't like the way they design their steps to get in and out. I don't like their door handles. I don't like the way their doors feel when you close them. But again, it's lack of knowledge on the truck. I don't really know much about them, just a little bit that I've seen. Someone just sent me a text, but I couldn't read it. Let's see. The Ultraloft is actually lighter than the mid-roof. That's weird. It'd be a bigger truck, but lighter, huh? They must use a lot cheaper materials than the Ultraloft. Hog Rider loves the Mac. Why would you love the Mac? A Mac is a rebuilt, screwed over Volvo with crappier looking mirrors, skinnier looking body, an ugly, outdated design. My opinion only. And just looking at that truck from outside makes me think that inside of it must be a damn nightmare. And yeah, I know a lot of people. Now, you guys do know Mac's built by Volvo, right? It's not like Mac with the Bulldog anymore. It's flip-flop Mac. I was going to grab one of Melissa's flip-flops, but it's too far away. Yeah, I don't like the design of the Macs at all. I've never seen inside one, but I've heard on YouTube and whatnot that they're poorly designed inside. That's the other thing about the Volvo. A buddy of mine had one, and it was, drawers broke on it. Now, things break. I mean, I'm not judging the whole line over that, but, his brand new truck, the doors inside broke, his skirts were falling off. He wore flip-flops. I mean, things like that. I can't stand the the narrow cabs. Yeah, Capri. Oh, that's the other thing, guys, is I have this ice chest that I keep next to my seat right here for drinks and whatnot. And I was going to have to get rid of it and try to find a narrower one because you'd barely have enough room to clog. Because I think I don't know, I want to say you're 3-4 inches. I remember Jeremy gave me a measurement and I measured my truck. And I think you're like 3 inches, 4 inches narrower between the seats on a Peterbilt than you are on a Freightliner. I got 6 more months left on my lease purchase. Buyout is $2,000. Right on. 6 months. That's sweet. Congratulations, you're getting that close. Mike says probably going to the Volvo. They're not going back to Kenworth again. Okay. Yeah, that'd be weird if they go to Volvo, because I know they just bitched about Volvo for the last 3 years. But I know they get desperate because, like, they went to, I wonder what happened with all the internationals, because they were buying all those internationals because they couldn't get Freightliners at the time. So I guess if they get desperate, they're going to just grab whatever they can grab. We'll see all kinds of crazy-ass trucks coming in. But the other thing, guys, that's the other thing about I was having anxiety about is breakdowns. Volvo, Peterbilt, Kenworth, all that stuff takes specialty know-how, which I'm not judging. I mean, it's, I keep saying, yeah, Peterbilt is keeping everything in-house, Volvo keeping everything in-house, because, yeah, they don't want Yahoo Loves and everybody working on them, giving them a bad name because they can't fix their crap if they had the tools and stuff to do it. So they'll keep the stuff in-house and not put out their programs, so people have to go to the dealer. The problem is the people at the dealer suck too. So no matter what you're going to do, you're going to be stuck with suck. But I don't know. So I'm not going to hate on it for that, but I was having the anxiety of, okay, you blow a freaking belt and idler on a Volvo, you got to get towed to a shop, or a Peterbilt towed to a shop. I've had that replaced on the side of the road on my Freightliner. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, 99% of the stuff you break down, you end up going to get towed anyways. But there's a lot of things I can drive this truck into any shop and they're going to go ahead and fix. You bring in a Peterbilt or especially a Volvo, these guys curl up into a little ball like a roly-poly and start rolling away like they didn't hear you, or they do shitty work like they did on this trailer. No, I dropped that trailer, but I swear, man, I had a mud flat put on a trailer and I was like, God damn, I need to get a permit for being oversized load now. I was driving through a scale going, they're going to pull us in. They're going to want to see my permit. Why is that? Because I'm hanging 3 inches out on that side with a mud flap. What's wrong with Kenworth new to Prime learning about the trucks? Kenworths, I mean, I only know someone who drives one. To me, they're just they're basically a Peterbilt with a little bit different design interior. I'm not 100% sure, guys, but I think their suspension and everything is the same as a Peterbilt, but I'm not 100% sure. And nothing really wrong with it other than, the servicing issues. You got that PACCAR engine in there. You got and forget the PACCAR engine, you got the PACCAR electronics and computer programming, because you've got the Kenworths with the Cummins in them, but they have the PACCAR electronics running that Cummins. Well, you still just can't go to Cummins and get that fixed. If you got a computer problem, you got to go to PACCAR or to Kenworth or to Peterbilt or whatever, because they're running the PACCAR programs. This is stuff I researched when I was looking to see about getting a Peterbilt. It's everything I found on the internet and through literatures and everything. So if anything I'm saying is wrong, I apologize. This is what I read. and in more than one place, and off of actual manufacturers' forms and things. Because I was going nuts doing some research, because I didn't want to buy a truck, do a lease purchase on a truck that was just 100% pile of crap. Where they put the cup holders on Pete's suck. That was another thing. These are all things that just drove me nuts. Why were these things on Peterbilt they were doing that were weird, that were such common creature comforts that they were making difficult? The steering, I mean, just to flash somebody to get over was you got to go down to your blinker. And why don't they have a headlight and a tail light separated? You know, things like that. I don't know. A lot of people think, well, don't be lazy. I don't think it's being lazy. I think it's just, I don't know, just easy. I have a truck that makes it real easy. Might as well, you know, everyone do it. I got an easy Jake on my shifter for my Jake brakes. Okay. Yeah, and I think the Jake brake thing, we all know, or most of us know, that Freightliner has like the most wicked Jake brake on the industry, or at least that's what everyone says. But like the Freightliner Jake, you've got you've got descent mode. You've got where it's going to run if you don't have it in descent mode, it'll let you go 5 miles an hour over the speed limit and start jaking you, so on and so forth. And if I remember right, I can't remember 100% of the Jake thing, but I don't think they had a descent mode, which again is not no big deal. But he was saying something about you leave the Jake on all the time, and I don't know, there was just some weirdness about it, which was no big deal. These are things you just get used to, but I just thought it was odd, the way the big change in things. Capri says, my okay to pass light is on the steering wheel. It just flashes the lights to let faster trucks know it's safe to pass. Okay. I don't know if you're talking about Peterbilt, because my buddy says no, his is on his blinker. Now on the Freightliner, it's on the steering wheel. Yeah, Lucas. Timmy. Oh, shit. Let's bet lunch on this one. No. No, because now I got multiple people saying it's an 80. How is it? I can't believe it's 8 inches. It's 8 inches longer, but your cabinets are like 4 inches narrower. That's just crazy. Because the bed is only 36 or 738, 34, 56, 738. Because I think the bed is only 4 inches wider. Because I think this has got a 36-inch bed, and that's got a 36, 38, 39, 40. Or is this 34? I can't remember. I think it was like 4 inches difference on the bed. But, oh, that's weird. Going down to South Park, gonna have myself a time. Yeah. That's why it's harder to make turns on a Pete than a Freightliner. Well, yeah, their wheelbase is longer, is why it's harder to make turns, and that's part of why they ride a little bit better too. Is the longer wheelbase, the better the ride. Volvo Mafia. So, are you still getting a new truck? Yes, I'm getting a new truck. It supposed to be in on March 4th. David, that's stereotyping. What? Stereotyping. Okay, I know what you're saying. I'll buy you a pair of flip-flops. No, that's Lucas. Lucas has those flip-flops from his. He used to leave them all over the place. I used to know where Lucas was by, these Nike flip-flops would always end up in places. I'd rather have a Western Star than a Mac. Okay. I did the Western Star. I think they're straight up cool and able to actually live in. Right on. Western Star got the roughest ride out here. Okay. So we got some that like, some that don't. I'm digging my new T680. Lucas likes his T680. Okay. I think the Kenworth 680 looks cool. Same motor as the P. It's a Packard. Yes, it's a Packard. See, I like the Kenworth's grill kicks ass over the Pete's grill. That grill, the hands down, is the best looking grill in the industry, if you ask me. Now, having said that, now when you're looking at a Kenworth straight on or from the side, the swoop on the overhead is two, and one, that's going to take away overhead storage space. But it's real, it swoops way back really quick, where the Freightliner goes up and over. The Alterloft starts small, then goes up and back. The Kenworth just swoops, so I don't know how much space. I've never seen up there. But it looks like, to me, from the side, it looks like an Indian with his headdress on that's blowing back in the wind. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen inside that have, you might not have seen inside a, whatchamacallit, whatever the hell truck I'm driving here. But as you can see, there's, you got these storage doors. That one's open because of that. You got all this storage up here. Right up in the cab. The dumb thing is this storage up here. When I get my truck, I'm going to be putting some strap a couple of bungees, not Mickey Mouse like bungee cords, but that netting stuff that's in the old Freightliner. It looks like really fine netting, but it's stretchable, and I'm going to attach it from side to side. So it's up there, so anything you put up in that overhead opening piece, when you hit the bumps, it doesn't come flying off and falling down. I got a lot of stuff up there I gotta get down. But, I don't know. Can't be worse than a freight shaker. Yeah, that ride. Huh. Hog Rider says they are. Well, okay. Priest says, I left my 2019 Freightliner, but it has had an Eaton Fuller 10-speed in it. Would be great if it had. Okay. I don't know, man. I know another person who just got out of a manual transmission, and they're loving the automatic. I think you guys that are out of the manuals, you want your, and in an automatic, you want it back. But yet you got these guys leaving the manuals and just can't believe that they didn't do it sooner. I hate how the automatic transmission shifts on the performance setting. It's better. Yeah, so we're locked out of our performance setting. All we have is economy on the prime trucks. Now, once I pay the lease purchase off, I can have that set to where I can change it to performance and everything. But until the truck's paid off, it has to run at particular parameters. Which is fine, because I was thinking about it, and when you take that truck off and put it in performance mode, it doesn't coast going downhill. I assume, because I asked somebody and they say no, it doesn't, which to me would be such a waste of fuel and whatnot, because on these automatics, that's one of the things they do, is they coast when they go down hills, which, boy, you just don't get better fuel mileage than coasting. Don't all the Volvos come with the beautiful tapestry above the windshield? I don't know, do they? What's new, Hog Rider? What's new, man? Gotta use Davy software for Packard Cummins, Insight for Cummins. Okay. Make sure to get a drill. Now you're talking about, now when I was doing research on the Packard, one of the things they said is he was comparing his Cummins Packard fleet trucks to the Packard trucks, I guess. His Cummins Peterbilts to the ones with the Packards. And the one thing he said is he's getting the same longevity out of the engines, and the one thing that's going wrong is the stuff around the engine. And he said it's all Packard anyways, the computer software and the sensors and blah blah blah. He says that stuff that goes bad is all Packard anyways, so You know, it wasn't like he was having, oh, okay, I got a Cummins and I can take it anywhere. No, it had to go to PACCAR anyways because of the stuff that was going wrong. Make sure to get a drill and drill bit set for the truck. Flip the mud flap drill holes and you're golden. Saves time and money. Oh, you mean for missing mud flaps? Yeah, no, the trailer I picked up, the bracket and everything was gone. Now, I'll tell you right now, here was my plan. If they couldn't have changed that mud flap for me that night, I've got big ass, thick zip ties, long ones, that I get from the company, the inbound, outbound, whenever I go, hey, can I get a couple of those zip ties? And I keep them on the truck. Reason why is for a trailer like this that has a bracket ripped off, you just buy a mud flap, and right where that bracket goes, up on the floor of the trailer, there's bars there where you can put the zip ties around and hang the mud flap off the bottom of the trailer. Yeah, is that right? No. Is it going to get you by? Yeah, absolutely it will. You'll have a mud flap there, that's for sure. It was going to swing in the wind, but it's there. Or if you got one that's torn or you can't get the bolts out, you just drill the holes. But yeah, I do have drills and whatnot, and I have flipped mud flaps before, and I have zip tied them back to the old bracket that's there because bolts won't come out or whatnot, and you just boom, you got it. But that's the thing. One of the things you're saying is that you need to be prepared to be able to do stuff like that, because if you can't get to a shop, you don't want to be stuck searching for a shop. You know. No, I didn't cancel it, Trucker Will. Freightliner, Peterbilt canceled it. Which you probably already know because I'm so far behind. I probably already said that. Yeah, they canceled it, and I reordered a Freightliner, which was good because that's what I really wanted. Kenworth wouldn't let Prime do warranty work. That was a no-go for Prime. I don't see why that would be a no-go for Prime, because they didn't do warranty work on Peterbilts, and they didn't do a lot of warranty work on the, they only did the easy stuff on the Freightliners. Most of the time when my Freightliner went into Prime, if it wasn't just a simple thing, it always went over to Freightliner. They'd always want Freightliner to do it. But I've heard all kinds of stories on why they didn't carry the Kenworths anymore. I heard that, rolling through the grapevine, I heard because Kenworth didn't want their trucks derated, they called it, which everything I've read and talked and heard about is you can't derate a truck. You can governor it, but you can't derate it. It would be against the law to take a truck that's rated at 650 horsepower, 8 million pounds of torque, and turn it down to 300 horsepower and 5 foot-pounds of torque, is what I've read, is it would be against the law to do that. But you can govern it, which a lot of people think governing it is derating it, which it's actually not. It still has just as much power, it just doesn't have the speed. Get the new Elon Musk unicycle. Yeah, and that's all right. Trucker Will ordered a Mac. Well, yuck. The ride is a night and day difference with the front air ride. I'm counting on that, Wombats. I'm going off what you said early on. I kept asking you about, how's that ride? How's that ride? And the reason why is at that time I knew that my Peterbilt had been canceled, and I went with the Freightliner. But I decided I didn't want to talk about it until I actually got a VIN number, because I didn't want to, okay, this is what's going on, and then have that canceled too. And it was just like, okay. Well, I thought you could only order Peterbilt and Freightliners. Did Prime change something already? No, not yet. As of right now, you can only order a Freightliner as of right now. As of a month ago. Well, no, I talked to them a couple weeks ago, and they were still, everything's still screwed up. But they did say that they're looking into whatever they can get, they're going to be getting. So I guess if they can get Volvos, they're going to get them. By the way, over here in New Jersey, I went by a used truck dealership, and they had a shit ton of 2020s, 2019s. There's like 15 used trucks on the lot. And that's as big as that lot was. But I couldn't believe it, because it seems like everywhere you go, you see there's no trucks in any lots. Freightliners have the air ride. Peterbilts have the air ride up front. Okay, so the bed in your 579 is 36 inches. So this bed is 34 inches, so you only have 2 inches bigger than me. So the sleeper's 8 inches longer. You only have 2 inches bigger on your bed, and you have narrower cabinets. Where in the heck, where'd they take that 8 inches? They made it 8 inches bigger to lose cabinet space. I don't understand where what they did there. Bottom bunk is 42, 4 wider than a Freightliner. Okay, so now you say it's 42. What the fuck? Now here's the thing. I wonder if Timmy's got the 72-inch sleeper, and Mike, you got the 80-inch sleeper. Maybe that's the difference right there. And I'm probably so behind on comments, you guys already figured this all out. Because I want to order a Peterbilt, but I can order one now. So we can order Max. Are you just playing with me? No, well, they won't take the orders. They canceled them. I ordered mine back in April, and June it was canceled. June I called and said, hey man, you know what? I didn't get any thing, and she goes, yeah, I'm about a week out from getting to you, but yeah, everything's been canceled by Peterbilt. My 22 Freightliner has front air ride. It's around $600 to $1,000 option, worth every penny. Yeah, it was a lot cheaper than a Peterbilt option. The Peterbilt was like $1,500, $1,300 or $1,500, and I think the Freightliner was like $800. My Freightliner rides like a Peterbilt. I'm assuming. I've never rode in a Peterbilt, but I'd assume it rides similar to the ride everyone praises. I hope so. That'd be awesome. Truck Will, right now you can only order a Freightliner. Yep. Then how did he order a Mac? How did he order a Mac? I didn't order a Mac. I don't know who you're talking about. Order a Mac. What's up, Junior? How you doing? Oh my God, I'm so freaking behind. I could only imagine here. Dexter says, I love that Dexter Morgan. I have a 22 Freightliner, did lease purchase, which I wish I purchased my 2018, 400,000 miles, hardly an issue. This thing has some crazy random shit, and you know, Freightliner has no clue how to fix random. You're right, mine had random, my 2019. Oh, by the way, I did not get the digital dash, guys. I'm surprised no one asked. I did not get the digital dash. 2 reasons. Number one, and this is where someone almost caught me. They asked me, did you get the digital dash? And I'm like, no, it's $1,000 option. They're like, yeah, in a Freightliner, not in a Peterbilt, because I guess the Peterbilt, you can only get digital dash. The Freightliner on the 2nd gen 22s. But anyways, on the Freightliner, where the Qualcomm is in the greatest spot in the world, okay? If you get the digital dash, they have what looks like a Qualcomm there, but it's part of the digital dash. So that puts your Qualcomm back to the old place it used to be, or like where they are in the Peterbilt, way up bothering the passenger. So I did not get the digital dash for that reason. And number 2, a digital dash is only going to be cool for 1 or 2 YouTube videos. And then it's going to be like you set it, forget about it, and have all those extra electronic things to go wrong. So nah, I'm not doing the digital. I always like the Freightliner just because more options if it has to go in the shop. More, yes, exactly. Okay, you're talking just hang the mud flaps by the yeah, you know, Timmy, actually you could hang it on the inside of that bumper. I guess maybe on the outside, because yeah, there's a lot of trucks that's where their mud flap mounts are, is way back there. So I assume that would be legal. Cancel. Okay, you got that. You answered that. Why did the Pete's get canceled? Are they behind on the man? They're not. Yeah, they're like 2 zillion trucks behind. So they just canceled orders. I guess they're not getting parts to where Freightliner is somehow squeaking out what I read when I was like, well, how come you can get Freightliners and not Peterbilts? Freightliners repurposing their chips or something like that. But who knows what's going on? Maybe Freightliner has better ties with China to get chips. I'm at the terminal now. David, why do people creep around at 5 miles per hour? Oh, fudge. That's a whole video in itself. When they can use personal conveyance, why it drives me crazy insane. Well, let's just take personal conveyance out of the whole thing. When you get to Prime and you're doing your inbound deal, why you 5 mile an hour in it to go drop that trailer? Haul ass over there, drop it, you do your inspection, do what you need to do, and be done with your day. 2 extra minutes ain't gonna kill nobody. Now, when you pick up your trailer and you go over there and you're leaving, you're gonna have to go on your drive clock anyways to leave. So why the hell are you 5 mile an hour in it all the way from the loaded trailer lot all the way to outbound? Makes no sense, guys. You got to drive the truck anyways once you go through outbound. Huh? I just don't get it. You're right. I know that kills me that people do that. I mean, it's like, please. It is actually derating the motor by governing the speed of the truck, because if you were able to do the speed 70-73, it gets the exhaust temps to where it needs to be to do a rolling regen. I'll agree to disagree. Is that a word, or is that right? Because my truck does rolling regens no problem. If none of these trucks could do a rolling regen at 65, there would be major issues, which we're not seeing. But the thing is derating the truck would be dropping its horsepower or its torque rating. And up at 65 miles an hour, or governed at 58 miles an hour, or at 55 miles an hour, your truck is already past its peak RPM range for the horsepower and the torque. So you're technically you're not derating it, taking power away from it. You're just limiting it from not going faster speed wise, but you still have your horsepower, you still have your torque. Is what I've been explained, it would be the term of derating the truck, would be pulling horsepower or pulling torque from it. Meaning, because a lot of guys think, well, how come I'm going so damn slow up this hill, but this guy over here just hauled ass past me? Well, you know what? That 389 Pete's wondering the same thing when I fly by him, because I only got 8,000 pounds in the bed. That's why, guys, is because we run reefer over here, so we're a lot of times really heavy, to where those guys hauling furniture, dry goods and stuff aren't really that heavy a lot of times. So that's why you see those guys hauling ass by us. It's not because, well, there are trucks that have a lot more horsepower and whatnot, but when you see a standard Freightliner blitz by you, it's not because he's got some super truck. Junior says, do people actually look at the sleeper inches to decide if they get that specific truck or not? Aren't people supposed to look at how the truck is overall as far as engine is? Yes. Yeah, I would say you want to look at the truck overall and decide, okay, here's all the pros on this truck, cons on this truck, so on and so forth, and pick what works best for you. But I know a lot of people, they say size don't matter, it's how you use that truck that matters. Don't matter if you got 6 inches longer, 8 inches longer. It's not going to be, especially with that Pete, they give you an extra 8 inches, but they take it away somehow because it's no bigger inside. It's like, what the hell? The Ultraloft is only an 80-inch sleeper everywhere. All the Ultralofts at Prime are 80, okay? It just means you will be sleeping more and not making money like you're supposed to. That you'll be sleeping more comfortable, that's for sure. What's up, Mr. Logic? You just turned. Well, you have to rewatch it, man. You have to rewatch it. I was just watching one of your videos this morning too, by the way. Peterbilt canceled orders, so I had to get. Oh, okay. Hogrider was replying for you. I had my programmer tune my 579 to 575 horsepower, original rated at 505. Okay, and here's the thing, Timmy, and this was a big thing during my internet. When I was looking everything up on the internet about all these different engines. And that was one of the things that was brought up by a few people, is you can turn up that MX-15, I think it was. You say 13 on yours. I thought it was an MX-15. You can turn those up, where they were saying, yeah, you can't really do that with a PACCAR. And then the guy said, yeah, which is probably good, because we turn up our trucks, and the trucks that are all turned up are all being rebuilt a lot sooner than that truck that's not turned up. You know, there was, what were they saying? God, it was like, on average, they're rebuilding their Cumminses at 400, at high 400,000s, to where they should be up in their 800 plus thousands. So yeah, turning them up does, you know, yeah, it's fun, and all fun and games until you wear them damn rings out, sleeves. Let's see. Yeah, Johnson lies, stuck in another Freightliner. I'm actually glad, man. I'm actually glad. I could be like you and get me a Volvo and then make videos on how I'm spending $8,000 a week getting it fixed. Oh man, I'm just joking. I think I seen one video. I was reading the title on one of your videos where it said another 4,000 or something like that. So I don't even have a clue what I'm talking about. So I haven't watched that video where you were talking about that. Hog Rider says Peterbilt's not built for comfort. Really? I thought that's what the whole point of a Peterbilt was. Right on. I think the truck I ordered should have been put into the fleet by now. Oh, you ordered it. Okay, I know you ordered a truck before you left. Okay. Damn, you walked away from her. Oh my God, I hope you didn't put too much money down. What's up, everyone? How do you say that? Chaotix? Mine has 1,040,000 miles, only rods, mains, and turbo done. Only the rods, mains, and turbo done. That sounds like a lot of money. Oh, man. You don't make any money over there. What? I see you had another Prime drive go to Landstar. I hope it does well for Travis Logistics over there. Okay. Yeah, I know a couple guys went over there. You better be making money. You got people going over there. Oh, Junior's replying to Johnson Logic. So I'm trying to get caught up, guys. I'm really good. Okay, good. Okay, I just got caught up. Everyone's blaming me for everyone's blaming me for Travis going over there. Hey man, I'm watching your videos, making all that money, balling over there. I'm gonna head over there too. You ready to make the jump, Junior? You know, that's where I always worry about people, YouTubers, making videos about, oh, I came over here and it's the best thing since sliced bread, and then everybody follows them and finds out, wait, this sliced bread has gone stale. Let's all go somewhere else. So that's why I'm always concerned about people being truthful in their videos and not doing the, well, hell, this place sucks, but I need some referral money. You know what? If you come over here to Prime, I'll tell you what, when you come to Prime, if you use my referral code, you are going to make an extra 45 cents a mile on top of the 90 cents a mile they already pay you. Then, if you decide to go lease purchase, they are going to give you $15,000 to get into a truck. You don't have to pay for it as long as you use my driver code. Now, anyone who just watched that and you're half drunk or high or whatever, I'm just joking. I was just being a smartass. Don't be trying to use my driver code and then wonder where your 15 grand is. Or your 90 cents a mile or whatever I just said. Junior's going to Landstar all because of Johnson's logic. Look at that. You heard that here first. That's an exclusive on David H. I'm going to have to do a whole new video. You guys heard it. Junior Honduras is going to Landstar all because of Johnson's logic. Wow. You taking all the trucks, Junior? I know Junior's sitting there going right now, God damn it, David, why are you doing that shit? You know I'm joking. No, Logic. Not from me. From Prime. See what I did? Now I'm going to owe people money. Let's see. Junior can't quit Prime. I was watching his Prime videos since like 2015. Yeah, no kidding. When I think of Prime, I think of Junior. You drove for him for a year and a half. Drove for who? I want to be in that video. Yeah, no kidding. We should really hook Junior up. I'm going to give them back to Prime. Ah, shit. Landstar, okay. Drove for Landstar for a year and a half. All right. And where are you at now? I mean, I thought Landstar was like the end-all be-all, make $1 million. Junior's going to retire off his driver code. You know, Johnson, I'll tell you what, man. Every time I go home, there's this dude that drives for Landstar. I know this because he's got a Landstar trailer there. I don't know if he's renting a spot at the self-storage there, but it's right by my house, or if I think he lives there because the trailer's like pulled in the driveway off to the side and his truck's always disconnected from it, parked right in front of it, like right by the house. But every time I go on home time, that sumbitch is home. So I'm thinking to myself, either me and him just have the same mentality when we go home, or he takes a lot of time off. But then again, if I'm thinking he takes a lot of time off, wouldn't he think I was taking a lot of time off if he's seen my truck? So is he taking a lot of time off or is he not? Why do I assume he's taking a lot of time off? Oh, because I was taking a lot of time off. Yeah, I've been taking way too much time off. I've been these holidays have got me all flucked up. Too much time, too much time. Timmy says, leased on with a small company to get 88%. Okay, right on. 88%. I put in a good word to Nikki. Okay. You are not seeing the time off in between your time off. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I'm not seeing the time off, so he's probably getting double the time off, because if I'm getting time off and he's always there, maybe when I go back to work, he comes back and he's like off every other week. So I heard on a video, Johnson Logic said that he runs for a week and takes a week off or something like that. I want to do that. Johnson Logic said he takes a lot of time off too because his Volvo's always broke down. I mean, because, you know, he's making so much money. I'm bullshit. I'm taking way too much time off, man. Hell, I took off Thanksgiving for a week, and now I'm taking 4 days off for Christmas. I ain't been home for Christmas in 4 years, or in 3 years. This is the first time I'm home for Christmas in 3 years. And then I'm going to be taking February off. Man, I'm going to have to get a loan to survive next year. How's the new house treating you? Well, if you're asking me, it's treating me poorly because it's taking all my damn money. I was just thinking of that, Junior. 8-ball pool. I'm starting to Jones for it. I'm like, I'll have to wrap this damn live up here soon. I got to get on the damn board. Oh, man. Johnson Logic says normal single bachelor bills. Are you and your wife going to home for Christmas, or are you guys staying out? We were originally staying out, but the way Prime's working their bonus this year, I'm actually going home for 4 days. I'm going home 23rd to the 27th. Yeah, it's 4 days. Breakdowns. Oh, shit. Wombat says, I'm a little behind. Had to deal with inbound. Trust me, David, you'll love the front air ride. Yeah, I wonder if those airbags are the same as what's in the back of these tractors. I was telling Melissa, if they're different, if they're an odd airbag, I might have to just order one and keep it in my Foot Locker, because I don't want to be blowing airbag and be like, hey, it's going to take 3 months to get one. Timmy says, I take 2 to 3 weeks off at a time and at $178,000 for the year. Wow, that'd be crazy. I think I'd probably kill myself taking 2 or 3 weeks off at a time. I don't know what I'm going to do in February, how I'm going to manage that. $178,000, man, that's pretty damn good. Days, what a joke. 4 days, what a joke. A joke. Hey, not everyone makes the junior money, okay? We can't all take off 4 years at a time. Work a year, take off a year, work a year, take off a year. Come on now. Oh shit. I gotta get a tablet for that game, because my freaking brand new LG S8 or A tab or whatever it's called, not an S8, A7 tab or something, is a piece of crap. I'm actually gonna put it back to new and then throw it away, because it's a piece of garbage. John wants to know if Junior sold his truck. Still trying to sell it, he says. I expect you to let me be the first to hear how you like the new smooth ride. Hell yeah. Oh, you know I'm going to be damn freaking on here going, whoa. Let's see. Let's get Junior time off. Okay. Samsung Galaxy S8, I guess, is what you're talking about for a pad, huh? So, you gonna buy me one for Christmas, Junior? If your tablet says tab or have the letter A, it's not good for games. Yeah, it's not good for nothing, man. The battery don't last for shit. The battery literally will go dead overnight, or if you turn it on and have it plugged in, it will go dead if you try to play a game. But even at that, it's chopping. It keeps crashing to the desktop, and I've redone everything, made it like new, and done everything I could possibly think to do. It's just garbage. Which game? It's 8-ball pool, man. 8-ball pool. Yeah, I actually started playing. I was like, you know, I've been saying I gotta do that live. I gotta get out there and say it. And I got a bunch of video to edit, and I got actually about 5 videos I gotta shoot. I got about 5 videos I gotta shoot, and somebody in this room is in one of the videos. They used to work for Prime, and they drive a Volvo. Let's see. But anyways, guys, it's been over an hour. This went way too long. I got to get some sleep after I play about 45 minutes of pool. iPad Pro is the best for gaming. Okay, I've never had an iPad. Anyways, thanks for watching. It was fun. It was real. It was real fun. Like, comment, and subscribe. She's got headphones on, so I'll say ring the bell. And remember, we got a Facebook group page, David H., Melissa H., husband and wife trucking across America. Now, having said that, let me say this. You guys have a good night.